In this lesson, we will discuss the conversion between decimal numbers, base 10, and binary numbers, base 2. We will go from base 2 to base 10 and base 10 to base 2. So the number 4,302, let's just say that, base 10 is something that you take for granted. What that actually means is 4 groups of 1,000 added to 3 groups of 100 added to 0 groups of 10, so it's important to have that placeholder there, and 2 groups of 1. Now you know that, but we could also make this a more generic way and say that this is 4 times 10 cubed, and this one is 3 times 10 squared, and this one is 0 times 10 to the first plus 2 times 10 to the 0th. When we have this number, 4,302, and the decimal point is right there but unwritten, we start counting from the power of the base, 10, 10 to the 0th, to the first, to the second, to the third. It's important to remember that this 4 is the largest in the place value, therefore it is the largest power of 10. So this idea with this highest value being multiplied by the highest value of the base that we are talking about, and this the next highest, and this the next highest, and this the next highest, goes true with any base. You could do this with base 2, base 5, base 23, doesn't matter. Another thing to notice and recall is that there are 10 digits in base 10, and the digits aren't 1 through 10. They are 0 through 9 inclusive. So for instance, we want to go to base 2, so base 2 has 2 digits. And just like base 10 digits start from 0 and go 1 strictly less than the base that they are being used in, the 2 digits for base 2 are 0 and 1. And just like we did these powers up here, 10 to the 0th, 10 to the first, 10 to the second, 10 to the third, and we added them all together to get our 4,302, we're going to do that exactly the same in base 2. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do the easier way, base 2 to base 10. So let's take the number 1011, and I'll write a subscript here to indicate that that is base 2, and we want to know what's the value, what does it equal in base 10. And so paying attention to the least significant digit to the most significant digit, we know that this is, I'm going to go bottom to top, 1101, with this number 1 relative to this one, because that's the lowest significant digit. This one pairs with this one, and the 0 with the 0, and the 1 with this one. So this means 1 times 2, because that's the base that we're using, to the 0th, which of course is 1 times 1. This means 1 times 2 to the first. This means 0 times 2 squared. And once again, we can't forget that that's a placeholder, or else we would have just, instead of 2, and once again, we can't forget to put in that placeholder. And then 1 times 2 cubed. And this is equal to 8 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1. So 1011 base 2 is equal to 8 plus 2, 10, plus 1, 11, base 10. So we fill this in. With an 11. So let's take the number 37, and 37 base 10 is equal to question mark base 2. The trick here is looking for the highest value of the highest power of 2 that you can subtract from 37, because we added to get to our base 2 number before, and now we're going the opposite way, base 10 to base 2, and so now we're going to look for the highest power of 2 to subtract out of that. And the best way to do that is to use a table. And in this, I'm going to put the power of the base I'm using, which of course in this particular instance is 2. I'm going to start from the least significant placeholder, so this will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll just go up to 7. And what this means is this is 2 to the 0th, 2 to the 1st, 2 squared. Whoops, that's not a 2. 2 squared, 2 cubed, etc. Okay, so 2 to the 0th in decimal value is 1. 2 to the 1st is 2. 2 squared, 4. I'm just going to keep doubling these. 8, 16, 32, 64, and 128. And so this is the decimal value. So that is the value base 10, which is what we're going to. And right here, we're going to say, this is going to be our answer. And what we're going to do is we're going to ask how many values of 64, 32, 16 can we subtract from this? We're going the opposite way, so we're subtracting. So I'm going to say 37 minus the very largest power of 2 that we can subtract out of 37 is 32. So 37 minus 32 is of course 5. So we can subtract one group of 32 out of there. 5 is greater than 16, so we can subtract 0 groups of 16, 0 groups of 2 to the 4th. 8 is larger than 5, so we can subtract 0 groups of 2 cubed from our answer. 4 is now smaller than 5. We can subtract 1 group of 4, so 5 minus 4 is 1. We can subtract 0 groups of 2 from our answer 1, so we have 0 times 2 to the 1st, and 1 minus 1 is equal to 0, but we can subtract 1 group of 1. So reading from left to right, because we went from the highest power of 2 to the lowest power of 2, we already have our answer. So 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1 base 2 is equal to 37 base 10.